Let me start this video off with a disclaimer that if you have not read the manga and are at the end of the Tokyo Revengers series, I am going to request, if you don't like spoilers, to not watch this video, as it will contain spoilers on the end of the Tokyo Revengers manga. Just a disclaimer. Thank you for watching. And let's get on with the video. Takemichi Hanagaki. At the start of the story, he's kind of just a bum sitting on his ass in a dirty room, doesn't do his laundry, doesn't do his clothes, doesn't do his dishes, kind of just there doing his own thing. And then suddenly he takes a peek at the television. Woo! My ex-girlfriend from middle school died. Bro, you're a fucking teenager. You shouldn't be worried about... Okay. I'm not gonna get into this. But later in the day, he gets pushed into a train and fucking dies. Oh, just kidding. He doesn't fucking die. He goes 10 years into the past only to figure out to go back into the future he has an arbitrary set of conditions he must fulfill. AKA shake his sister's brother's hand, which is arbitrary as fuck. And I'm gonna get into why this is a terrible premise already. This is already terrible because you are neutering your main character. You're neutering their ability to learn. Every time Takemichi comes back from the future or the past, he has no fucking awareness to what's happening to him. And in fact, when he leaves the past, I am very, very confused on how past Takemichi doesn't really seem to change. That's another fucking plot hole. You'd imagine that the people he hangs around mentions about, oh man, you act fucking weird sometimes. Like, you're a bitch, bro. I wouldn't imagine you to be the type of person to take a fucking knife in the hand from me. What the fuck, man? And it's even at this point, around the start of the goddamn story, that you're just realizing that Takemichi is a bitch. He's a punching bag. He's nothing more than that. And when you go to watch an anime, I don't think you go to watch an anime to see the main character get beat the fuck up. And in fact, the majority of the people who watch Tokyo Revengers, looking at you, majority of my viewers, you probably watch it for Mikey, or Draken, or one of the other leaders of Toman, or maybe even fucking Taiji. I don't blame you if you watch it for Taiji, he's cool. But like, when you have the premise of your main character being lamer than everybody who's supposed to be a side character, that's not a good premise for your story to start off with. But on top of that, you need this arbitrary rule set to the main character to use his abilities. It's starting to make a stew of dog shit, and then in the final part of the story, and that's where the dog shit comes to a big fucking... And now, the reason I'm actually making this video, we cut on later to the story in the final arc of the story. Again, spoiler warning. But, the creator of Tokyo Revengers essentially wrote himself into a fucking corner. He gave Takemichi the equivalent of Ultra Instinct. I'm not going to ignore that. I'm going to put panels on screen of literally Takemichi seeing the fucking future. Okay, I don't know where this is coming from, but I guess that's a thing he can do now. Why didn't he do that earlier on in the series? I don't fucking know. That could have made things be a lot cooler, but let's overlook that. Takemichi gets fucking stabbed in the chest. He's dead. He's supposed to die. Nope. Let's go even fucking further into the past and revive everyone who died. Look me cold in my eyes. Yeah, your shit didn't go bugging. I left it silent intentionally. Look me cold in my dead, beady fucking eyes and tell me that's a good concept. Imagine if Jiraiya died and then was brought back from the dead in Naruto. Kill characters with some type of motive. If you just bring everybody back in the end, what's the point of the entire fucking story happening in the first place? Because the entire story didn't happen. That's why the story premise is fucking dog shit. But, that'll be all. I just got pissed because, you know, Tokyo Revengers ended on a shit note, and I wanted to make a video about it. That'll be all. Like and subscribe.